Good morning. By the way, I don't know if it's such a good morning. You might have heard about that fight which happened on Friday after school. Poor Patrick. Such a pity he had to suffer such a fate. And if I know you guys, you probably stood around there, watched, laughed, and didn't do anything.
I heard that while he was going out from school on Friday, a few guys from class 4A shouted at him something like, "Hey refugee, give me your iPhone back and don't play the wretch." Apparently he attacked them and started hitting them with his fists, but because there were 3 of them, they dealt with him in just a few seconds. A lot of people came and the physics teacher was there and he separated them. Fortunately, we weren't there, really.
Honestly, it's hard to believe. You can't even admit the truth. And you, John? You must have been there. You'd better confess.
What? No, I wasn't even there. Why is it that every time something bad happens, I'm always the one that gets accused?
Because you've earned your reputation. You've proven several times that whenever something bad happens, you're always there.
I think it's not fair what you just said.
I don't like your attitude. And whole class gets 50 negative points for that behavior. And your parents will be notified about this. And also, you all have to apologize to Patrick after he comes back to school.
But we don't have to apologize for something we haven't even done. We weren't there.
I don't like your attitude. And another 10 negative points for that attitude. Now we go back to the lesson and you have an unannounced quiz at the moment. Good morning, class. I hope you took some rest after that exhaustive week we had before. And for me, it was a very good weekend. Me and my friends went for a small trip to visit nearby towns Tykocin and Kruszyniany. We also had a guest from Sweden and we wanted to show him the multicultural region we live in. Also on Sunday, we took him to the Orthodox Church. And because one of our friends is a scholar in religious education, he was telling us so many great stories. Our friends from Sweden was really impressed seeing all the religions living next to each other in the spirit of tolerance and acceptance. Okay, and how was your weekend?
It was okay, nothing special, just stayed at home watching Netflix the whole weekend.
We went skiing with some friends. There's a nice mountain 80 kilometers from there. The weather was so great and we had so much fun there.
Okay, that's great. There's nothing better than a good rest. Oh, and have you heard about that fight which happened after school on Friday?
Yes, everybody heard about it. Patrick got hit pretty bad.
Poor him. He asked for it.
So, what happened?
I heard that while he was going out from school on Friday, a few guys from class 4A shouted at him something like, "Hey refugee, give me your iPhone back and don't play the wretch." Apparently he attacked them and started hitting them with his fists, but because there were 3 of them, they dealt with him in just a few seconds. Apparently he screamed something in his language. A lot of people came and the physics teacher was there and he separated them, fortunately. A friend told me that Patrick was bleeding from his nose and one of the guys from 4A had a black eye.
Oh my god, it looks so serious. Fortunately, nobody was really hurt. What do you think about it now that you heard the story?
Well, I think it was stupid. They bullied him, he didn't do anything to them. I feel ashamed. And when you told us today about our multicultural region, I thought that we are terrible hypocrites. We should be sorry for Patrick.
No. My parents say that they're just economic scammers. Like, how can they afford stuff such as iPhones and brand clothes if they're so poor? Look, they're here just for the social benefits. They don't even speak Polish that well.
Oh, come on, iPhones and brand clothes? Is this all you care about? He had to move from his own country because there is a war there. He can't keep living there. What would you do if you had to move from your country and only get a few things with you?
But how can he speak Polish at all? He's been here like for 1 month, just think. I understand they had to escape, but if we let Patrick live here, we will have to accept hundreds of other refugees one day. I'm not sure if it's a good solution.
Why, have you ever traveled anywhere outside of Poland? There are many countries where different people live together and they have no problem with it. You don't even have to go abroad. You can just go to Warsaw or Krakow. It's 21st century.
Okay, guys, I see that this case sparks off a lot of discussions and opinions. How do you feel in this situation? What are your thoughts?
If I were Patrick, I wouldn't come back here. It's awful what people can do to one another.
Yeah, I think it's just better if he goes back to his country. But if it's impossible, and it probably is, I don't know, it's very difficult.
I think we should be ashamed, really. Instead of helping him, we broke his nose.
But we are not guilty of that situation. We haven't done anything to him.
But we also haven't done anything to support him. He's alone since Friday, and I'm pretty sure nobody even called him.
Guys, I see that you feel affected by this incident, don't you? Am I right?
Exactly. This is what I feel now. When I look at this whole situation, I feel I am affected too. I feel moved because I haven't reacted and nobody has. It's sad how we can be sometimes cruel. We don't have to be aggressors to be guilty. By doing nothing, we may cause so much harm.
If we called him or started apologizing to him now, it would look pathetic. I know, we should make a happening at school to apologize to him.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
We have to start planning straight away.
That's a very good idea. I'm proud of you guys.